Hey there, what's going on, you guys? So, the Oscars are coming up this Sunday, and we're going to find out who wins and who gets snubbed, what the big surprises will be. But I thought I'd make a video about it, make it special, where it pertains to you guys, and you guys can get something out of it too. Stick around to the end of this video and to the end to find out how you can enter to win a Visa gift card in a giveaway coming from me, because I owe you guys something back for everything you do. You watch my videos, you listen to me blabber. Are my prediction for best sound. I personally think that All Quiet on the Western Front will take home the Oscar for this. It's going to probably get a lot of love from the Academy, and this is going to be probably one of the categories where Will win, where I think he'll actually lose in others. My one I would want to see win would be Top Gun Maverick. I really feel like the sound in there helped me get locked into that movie, invested me, and it genuinely helped me to get the full experience of that movie. For Best Animated Short, I want The Boy, The Mole, The Fox, and The Horse to win, and that's also the one that I predict will win for the Best Animated Feature Short Film. I think there's really nothing pretty much on par with this, and it's seen a lot of love at other award shows. It did something very unique this year and very moving with the time that it had, and I think that's the main reason the Academy's going to give it a lot of love. And also the Academy likes stories like this one. For Best Documentary Short Film, I would like The Elephant Whispers. However, I don't think that. I think Stranger at the Gate, personally, I think Stranger at the Gate will be the one I predict to win, but I would like The Elephant Whispers to win for that particular category. I really don't know much about this category, so these are both kind of my best guesses and my favorite, but we'll all see what happens with that. For Best Short Film, I think that, for live action, by the way, I think that The Red Suitcase will win. I personally would like the one called An Irish Goodbye to win. That's the one I connected with a little bit more, and admittedly I didn't see as many of these, but that's the way I want it to be. I would prefer Irish to win, but I feel like Red Suitcase will probably be the one that I'm predicting to take home the trophy. Best Makeup and Hairstyle was really hard for me to predict because I really felt like it came down to just two movies, The Whale and All Quiet on the Western Front. However, I feel like too much of The Whale is pretty much that movie. As much as Brendan Fraser's amazing, the makeup and the hairstyle they did for him is what really made that character, so I feel like they're going to take home the award for Best Makeup and Hairstyle because it's just fantastic. My personal preference, who I want to see win, I would really love to see this go to All Quiet on the Western Front because I think he's caked constantly in dirt and oil and blood and snow and ice. It's just a fantastic job. I do think All Quiet on the Western Front stands a good chance, but I feel like The Whale is the one that will win it. For Best Costume Design, it was a really tough category because I feel like we have a lot that's being represented this year through it, and a lot of people did a really great job. However, my personal choice that I think will win for Best Costume Design, I believe will be Elvis because of the recreations of the costumes and how well they represent everyone in there. My choice, though, who I want to see win, I want to see Babylon win because that movie's, I feel like costumes are in a completely different realm. They look amazing. Like, they just look, if it makes sense, delicious to look at on screen. And those are the kind of costumes I like to see where I go insane over clothing, which is something I usually don't do. Best Production Design, I again think that All Quiet on the Western Front will take this category. That's my prediction. And again, I would like to see Babylon claim this because those sets are just beyond lavish. They are absolutely gorgeously edible. And I think that's something that it's hard to look away from, and I really respect how much effort was put into those. The fact that I felt like I was transported back into old Hollywood and wanted to be there and enjoy everything that was happening, as much as there's griminess there, too. Best Original Song, my prediction is Naru Naru will win for Triple R. I really don't understand the movie was not nominated for a bunch of other categories. However, I'm pretty sure this song will win. I personally want Hold My Hand by Lady Gaga from Top Gun Maverick to win that. I really love that song. I've listened to that thing 100 times over. It's one of my favorite songs of all time at this point, and I would be ecstatic if that actually won the award, but I'm not sure if it actually will. Maverick, I don't believe it will. I feel like that's third or fourth on most people's ballots. For Best Original Score, I believe that All Quiet on the Western Front is going to win for its extremely unique sound that it managed to put in this era, which had almost seemingly nothing to do with it until you think deeper into it. It's really a great choice. Personally, for me, though, that is not the movie I want to see with that. I would love to see Babylon get that award again, because it's just absolutely booming and perfect, and it is really the key reason I think Babylon is so memorable is the fact that there's over 2 hours of music in that movie. However, this is going to be a weird category because I have two I want to see win. The other one would be The Fabelmans by John Williams. I feel like with him retiring after this year, I really would like to see him go out with that trophy for his work in this movie. It's a very personal film for Spielberg, and I think Williams really had a connection to that. I'd love to see him honored. Next, we have Best Film Editing. And to be honest, this is a category that I feel like is locked. I feel like my prediction is that Everything Everywhere All at Once is going to take home the award for Best Editing. But for me, as much as I love that movie, I don't think it quite did it for me as well as I wanted it to. It seemed a little too much like I was looking at editing at times. That makes sense. I have no problem with it wins, to be clear, though. It's just, for me, I personally think Tar was a better edited movie. And I'd like to see that claim this trophy instead, because it's something I found to be way better when it came to quality. Best International Film, All Quiet on the Western Front, is my prediction that I think will win. I don't see much of competition here, the way they've treated this. It's been a sweep all the way through, and I think it's because of how unique this film is, it's a retelling. Personally, I think I'd like to see The Quiet One win. I really like that movie. I'm aware of Quiet on the Western Front, but if you look at my review, I love the film, but I don't think I loved it as much as so many people did, because I've read the book 100 times, I've seen so many versions of this. I guess I just wasn't as impacted, but hey, if they win, well-deserved. Documentary, I think All the Beauty and Bloodshed is going to win. It's probably the one I think the Oscars would honor. For me, I think it's a good film. I like it, but I really think that Fire of Love is more what I want to see win. I just like that one a little bit better. I actually watched it all the way through in one setting and enjoyed it. I'm a big fan of documentaries, so that's just my opinion. We'll see what happens. Best animated feature film, I feel like, is Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. I feel like that is beyond the lock. He's definitely got himself an Oscar here for that. Me, I want to see Puss in Boots: The Last Wish win that award. I think that is really revitalizing a lot of what we think for animation, more so than Pinocchio to a certain extent, because this is probably something people are going to lead off of from that movie, because it's a big film, franchise film, everyone saw it, it's fantastic. For Best Cinematography, my prediction is All Quiet on the Western Front will again claim this award. Personally, I would like to see Elvis win. This would actually be the first female to ever win this award, but there's just something about the cinematography in Elvis that really just drew me in. I was sucked in, and I just laser locked on the screen the entire time because of the energetic way it is shot. Yes, the editing is fantastic in here, but I feel like a large part of it is more due to the way it's shot than the way it's edited. Best Adapted Screenplay, I believe Women Talking is going to take home the award because of its divisive and extremely heavy-handed and hard to talk about nature, which was genuinely extremely moving to watch on screen. However, I would love to see Top Gun Maverick win that because it is my favorite movie of last year, and I think the script in there is nothing short of phenomenal. It really is what saved cinema, as Steven Spielberg said. Top Gun Maverick saved Hollywood's ass. More or less Tom Cruise did, but still, nevertheless, that movie is what I would like to see take home, but we're probably never going to see that. I don't think we're going to see Top Gun Maverick win any awards, unfortunately, but I'm glad at least they got these nominations. Best Original Screenplay, I believe that Everything Everywhere All at Once has this beyond locked at this point. It is extremely bolted in there at this point. I feel like it's a plot that, while has reminiscent factors of The Matrix and things like that in it, it's still just absolutely has blown everyone out of the water. And I want to say something, which is, as much as I love The Fabelmans, and I almost picked that as what I want to see win, I too want to see Everything Everywhere All at Once win Best Original Screenplay at this year's Oscar Awards, because that's genius that you made me care about Two Rocks, and that's the main point I have driving for this. I could explain more, but let's keep moving. For Best Supporting Actress, I believe Angela Bassett will be my prediction for who I think will win this Academy Award because of her performance in there and the recent way the Oscars seem to be maybe recognizing superhero films a little bit more in cinema. They probably are more leaning towards that particular one, particularly with everything she's doing in the movie and everything surrounding Chadwick Boseman. I think there's just somehow the connection to that. However, for me, I would love to see Jamie Lee Curtis of Everything Everywhere All at Once win this award because I found her character just really good, and every time she had to change, she did it beautifully. So I've always been a big Jamie Lee Curtis fan. I'd love to see that happen. I love Angela Bassett, but Jamie Lee's who I want to see take home the award. For Best Supporting Actor, I predict Ke Huy Quan will win for Best Supporting Actor for Everything Everywhere All at Once, as he more than deserves to at this point, and I myself want to see him win this award. So again, it's something where it's a case of what I think will happen and also who I want to see happen are the same thing, because let's face it, who doesn't want this man to win? He's amazing. He's like the nicest guy ever, and his performance is nothing short of it's so emotional, it makes you emotional. That's the best way I can put it. So yes, that's the way I feel. Double for me. For Best Actress, I believe that my prediction will go with Michelle Yeoh winning for Everything Everywhere All at Once. And here's the thing, for me, it's kind of been too tight. This and Best Actor have been extremely hard for me, because in this category, I want Cate Blanchett and I want Michelle Yeoh. Both of them, because they're just both so fantastic. But if I had to pick one of these people to go on, I would say Michelle Yeoh, because she does not have an Academy Award, whereas Cate Blanchett does. So I'm going to choose Michelle Yeoh as the one that I would like to see win as well for Everything Everywhere All at Once, because she blew it out of the water. And again, I love Cate Blanchett. Her performance is phenomenal. I said in my review it was Oscar worthy, but I don't think it was necessarily on the level I wanted it to be. Ana de Armas would have been my number 3. I know Blonde is a divisive film, and she's Latina, but I think she did a fantastic job in the film with her performance. And again, we have to separate the artist from the art. But no, she's not even quite on that level of what I want to see from this, which is Michelle Yeoh win the award, which is also what I predict. For the category that tore me the most, it is Best Actor. Essentially, ever since they announced the nominations, there have only been 2 people that I cared about in this race, which were Brendan Fraser and Austin Butler. And it's been just so hard for me. Personally, I would bet money that Brendan Fraser is going to win 100%, because Hollywood, people inside the Oscars are not going to give a young actor an Oscar this early in his career. It does not happen. It just simply can't. But for me, I know this is probably a controversial pick. I want to see Austin Butler win. And it is because while Brendan Fraser's performance is phenomenal, and don't be wrong, I have no issues if Brendan wins. This hurts me to pick either one of them. It's like trying to choose between your parents. It's just, they're amazing. But Austin made me an Elvis fan. Something no one had ever done in all the years of my life. And the fact that I believe that was Elvis on screen. The family literally said this is like Elvis. There's just something about it. It's just mesmerizing. And it's, like I said before, it's not because he cried the hardest. This is my review. It's not like he cried the hardest. He yelled the loudest. And while he does all of that very well in the movie, that is just something else, man. He is Elvis. He embodied Elvis. And that is just beautiful to me. If Brendan wins, again, I have no issue with that. Believe me, I love them both equally, but if I had to choose, I would choose Austin. Best Director, I believe the 2 Daniels have won it for Everything Everywhere All at Once. They probably 100% have this in the bag. I would like to see Steven Spielberg, though, win. Despite the fact that I'm predicting those 2 to win. I want Steven Spielberg to win this award, because The Fabelmans, you can tell, is such a personal film to him, and it really meant a lot. He's won some awards for this, but I don't think he has attraction. But man, it would make me happy to see him walk away with that in hand, because he deserves it so much for his work on this film. For Best Picture, my prediction is, again, that Everything Everywhere All at Once is going to win Best Picture at the Oscars this year. It's just that simple. It's going to win, probably. I would, again, almost put money down that this thing has so much traction. I can see this. This seems like something the Oscars would make as a move. For me, and it will never happen, ever, I would love to see Top Gun Maverick win Best Picture. That's my choice. Now, it's not going to happen at all, but if that won Best Picture, I would be beyond ecstatic. It's just absolutely phenomenal. It's one of my favorite films of all time, and that's just the way I feel about it. I think I'm pretty invested in this year's Oscars, because I really have some people and some films that I want to see awarded and get their proper accolades, but I thought we'd make it a little about you guys as well. So here's the thing. In this video, we are going to have a giveaway, and here are going to be the rules for that giveaway. For starters, let me explain the prize, because it's a little bit of a thing. So what I'm going to do is, in this video, I'm going to predict who I think will win each Oscar award, but I'm also going to say who I want to win each one of those Oscar awards. For every prediction I get right will be $10 placed on a Visa gift card. Now, on top of that, if I get anyone that I want to see win, that's $5 that goes on the Visa gift card. So in other words, the price keeps going up. There will be a $25 minimum, so no matter how bad my predictions are, you'll get at least $25, but it can go higher than that. Who knows, go up to 150. I mean, I don't know, however much we get out of this. And here's how you guys have to enter. you need to do to qualify for this Visa card is to simply comment down below. Put in someone or a film that you would like to see win the Oscar at the awards on Sunday. They don't necessarily have to win for you to be chosen. This will be picked at random, and that one comment will get the gift card, and you get to keep some of my money. And you can go out and enjoy yourselves, because I think I really ought to give back to you guys. You guys have done so much for me. Also, to clarify, if I want something to win, and it wins, and it's also who I predict that I want to win, and it wins, in others, for both of those, that is $20 on the gift card. And I think that'll prove very interesting with our first category, which is Best Visual Effects, because in Best Visual Effects, I want Avatar: The Way of Water to win, and I also predict that Avatar: The Way of Water will win. I feel like this race is pretty much as locked as you're going to get with any race in the Oscars. Like, there's no one even in par. As great as some of these other films were, like Top Gun Maverick and The Batman and Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, they really were nowhere near the accomplishments of what James Cameron's team managed to get up on the screen for that movie. Comment down below now for a chance to win some of my money. So thank you guys always so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I will see you all next time, and let's enjoy the Oscars this year.